Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. Are you guys still fuming? Are you guys still upset? Are you guys still in your feelings? Well, just like the players got to get over it, we have to do the same. We can't sit here and dwell. Trust me, I had clips upon clips of rants that I was going to post on my Twitter. But I was like, yo, what's the point? What's the point? If y'all want to catch it, y'all got to catch it live and on the replay. Because I had them loaded up and I didn't realize it, man. I listened back. I listened back to the show, fam. I went in. I absolutely went in, and I didn't realize I went in as hard as I did. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's a different ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. BF in this bitch. What's happening? You guys are probably wondering, where the fuck are my headphones? Well, let me explain to you guys what happened to my beautiful headphones that I love so much. I'm ready to just, you know what I mean, get set, put my stuff on like I normally do, and then crack, headphones are gone, just like that. And I love these ones, man. They're comfortable, they're plush on the inside. I did so much research on getting these, man. So now I'm earbud Rico. I got the earbuds in right now, so we gonna make it do. We gonna make it do. So what's happening, everybody? What's good? Welcome. So here's the deal, folks. It was a nasty game. Nasty game that took place. That took place. So the dust has settled. And while the dust has settled or is still settling for some, how are you guys dealing with it now that things are becoming clear? Now that things are becoming, you know what I'm saying, just seeing things for what they are. You feel me? Bobby's such a bum. EBR, bitch. Earbud Rico. So here we are, man. So here's the deal, man. It was bad. I don't care how you look at it. It was bad. And some people want to, you know what I mean, grab some good things out of this whole situation. And you should, because we are going to go through our segment of the good, the bad, the ugly. It's going to be lopsided. It's going to be lopsided. But you can't say there was no good in this game. There was. There definitely was. And we're going to talk about it. But first, let's talk about like outside of the league, man. If you have been living under a rock, week 9 was a week. It was a week, man. I'll tell you, man. Hold on a second. My man Dondi is asking how wifey is. Wifey is right now status quo. So if you see me abruptly say, guys, gotta go, you know what's happening. You know what's happening. So I'll be on high alert. My phones are right here. But it should be cool. And we go from there. Now, back to what we're supposed to be doing and talking these damn Bills. Here's the deal. No, Jenna is not back, man. She's still hospital right now, just chilling. And we may have our friend come through today, tonight, tomorrow. We're gonna find out. We'll see. We will see. But I'm on standby. So here we are. Around the league wasn't good. Teams that were supposed to be winning lost. Quarterbacks that should have been doing well did not. It just was a funny week in the NFL. What made things even weirder is that the refs were affecting too many games, Bills included. Chargers game, the Bears and Steelers last night is just a strange. Refs are hip checking. You know what I'm saying? Was that a block or a charge, ref? What you trying to do, man? You put your hip in there, and then you got the nerve to throw a flag and leave your hand up like you took a jump shot. Cookie in the jar. Is that the form that they teach you at ref schooling? When you throw a flag, man, keep that. Follow through. Follow through and keep your hand up. Cookie jar. Hand in the cookie jar. Oh, what the heck happened, man? My goodness. But I'm going to tell you this, though. I didn't think that my fantasy team was going to win. I had Emmanuel Sanders. I had Josh Allen. I had Tommy Sweeney. I was like, I'm doomed. I am doomed. Good thing the other guy didn't have a good week himself. So I'm still alive. But man, what a weird week. Indy did what they're supposed to do to the Jets. Crushed them. Cleveland crushed Cincinnati. I didn't see that coming. Right? Denver blew up Dallas Cowboys. That was not supposed to happen. Not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Miami squeaked by Houston. Bullshit of a game. Two shit-ass teams. Atlanta beating the Saints. I know they didn't have a quarterback, Trevor Siemian, but I mean, you got to put some respect on Matt Ryan's name, right? The Giants beating Las Vegas. Come on, man! Like, what's going on, man? New England beating like, you know, New England is a decent team, but for them to beat the Panthers the way they beat them and just dominated them, we're gonna talk about that later. Jacksonville upset over Buffalo 9-6. Like, come on, man. Baltimore 34-31 in a barn burner. Like, what a weird week. What a strange week that was, man. Chargers 24-27. Philly just pushing it to the end. KC winning 13-7. Pat Mahomes with 166 yards passing. What? Weird. Just strange. So that shit happened. Tennessee taking down the Rams. What? Did not see that coming. And I'm gonna get into that as well. No more excuses. There can't be any more excuses. And when the dust is settled, here's what I've recognized and here's what I've noticed. We got a lot of Bills fans that are upset still. We got a lot of Bills fans making excuses, which is still bizarre to me. I'm done with the excuses for this team. The excuses were back in the day. We lost because we didn't have a quarterback. We lost because we didn't have the head coaching. We lost because we don't have any superstars on the team. We lost because we don't want to spend blah, blah, blah. We're done now. We're done with the excuses. Put up or shut up. I don't want to hear shit. We finally had a monster year last year. You had to know that the follow-up was going to be asked for you to do again. And that's tough. Welcome to being a successful team where you have to duplicate what you've done last year and then keep that going. There's no more crying about it, man. Get your shit together, pick yourself up, and let's go. And I think this team had a lot of reflecting to do in the locker room, in the mirror, when they got home, a lot. Press conferences and everything. But hey, that's the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Any given Sunday, anything can happen. Now, let's talk about it. Let's recap this freaking game, man. And then we're done. And then we're moving on to the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's start with the defense. No, you know what? No. Let's start with offense not being able to score. Offense not being able to get in a rhythm. Offense just not showing up. Offense just poo-poo. Can't run the rock. Can't pass block. Can't run block. Slow to recognize, stunts and twists. We were not prepared. We had no energy. And they called us out for it. And they kept their foot on our necks. What's so puzzling to me is, as low of a scoring game, you would have thought we were playing in a monsoon. You would have thought we were playing in a blizzard. Nope. Weather was beautiful. You're in sunny Florida. But yeah, you only put up 6 points. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Can't do that anymore. Be done with that bullshit. Shout out to my guy, Billy Scott, Titans fan. What up, man? Says, yo, Rico, really, man, the Jags, out of all teams, the Jags, come on, man. I mean, Billy, you did lose to the Jets. You're not in the position to be talking, my fam. You know what I mean? But your Titans are looking good, though. Your Titans are looking mighty good. Y'all are beating teams with no excuses. Cornerbacks are falling left, right, center. Your star running back is gone. You picked up Adrian Peterson, the aging Adrian Peterson, and y'all put on a freaking show and beat a very top contending team. Good for y'all. Good day, sir. But I will say this, man. Sometimes you want to make excuses about your team, but sometimes you got to give credit to where credit is due. Urban Meyer and the staff that he's got over there did a good job preparing for us. They mimicked a lot of what the teams have been doing. Too high safety, don't give them anything deep, and force them to run the ball. Run the rock because we don't trust you. That looks like the blueprint to me. You know what I mean? We're 5-3. That's how we've lost all 3 of our games. Take away the deep shot. You're not going to get that shit. We're not giving that to you. And here we are. 3 losses. And thinking everybody thought we were going to go undefeated. We're going to go undefeated. We're only going to lose 2 games, 3 games. Shit. We are battling now for the AFC East. Guess who's on the freaking heels? Guess who's nipping at our heels? The team that we haven't even faced yet. And quite frankly, we may not want to face with the way we've been playing. Yes, we have stumbled, but you better quickly get your ass back up. Because this league is an unforgiving league, man. Look what's happening to the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. Stumbling. They're still like, they can't get it. They're looking like freaking Lil Kim. They're all over the place, man. They can't stay still. Stumbling all over the place, man. And we looking like that soon enough. And we still got 2 teams to play in this division. We haven't played them yet. We have one that's coming up this way with a coach he's a defensive specialist, and he's seeing what teams are doing to us. Take away the deep ball, fellas. They can't run the ball for shit. We don't respect them. This is going to be a tricky game. If you think that we're going to bounce back against the Jets like that, y'all got another thing coming, man. Y'all got another thing coming. Shout out to my guy, the Kingpin, says, yo, get them breathing patterns right, Jenna. Yo, I'm telling you right now, man, we need to get our act together. This offense was pitiful. This offense was utterly pitiful. It really was. Out of sync. Your number 1 receiver, one of the best receivers in the game, and you wait till the second half to start really getting him involved in the game. That's a Dable. You got me stumbling over my words. Stumbling over my damn words. That's a Dable Josh Allen issue. I don't know what's going on with those 2, but y'all need to get on the same page. Y'all need to get on the same page because y'all are not. And it's fucking with everybody else. Now, here's something I do need to address. A lot of people are talking about Josh Allen regressing. Josh Allen's not the same quarterback. This not third. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The difference is everyone is gunning for one of the better quarterbacks in the game. That's why you have to have respect for guys like freaking Stafford, guys like Aaron Rodgers, guys like Tom Brady, guys like Matt Ryan. I mean, the elite quarterbacks in this game, because they know your brain is constantly working to try to get you know what I'm saying, and manipulate the defense and get in the film. But right now, teams are playing too deep on us, and we've got to figure it out. But Josh is still the same quarterback. You just got to protect him. When Josh has time, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? But when you got Josh running out of the pocket, you know what I'm saying, on every other play, it's going to be a problem. But I'm done with the excuses, man. We got to get our act together, because this is one of those games where we can go down into a spiral, and it's not good. It's not good. Don, what's happening? How are you? By the way, OBJ, the only place I see him going is to the Seahawks. It just makes sense. Russell Wilson's coming back. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, OBJ. That's a scary little trio right there. And they got Carson that can run the rock. That's a good line, man. Maybe the line is a little iffy, but we'll see. But Russell Wilson, the likes of Russell Wilson, he knows how to make it happen. No excuses. Get it done. Folks, these Bills are a very good team. I'm not buying that they're going to go into a spiral, but golly, man, we gotta get out of this game and get a W. I don't care how we get this W, get the W. Find a way to win, because you know how they say good teams find ways to win? We couldn't find a way to win. Let me tell you how many times we could have lost this game, this previous game. Number one, Trey White goes down. Boom. Who comes in? Dane Jackson. They immediately go at Dane Jackson. If not for Tremaine Edmonds with his 6'5" reach in front of Trevor Lawrence, or was it Trevor Lawrence throwing at the time? Yes, it was. Marvin Jones made Dane Jackson bite on a double move. That would have went for 6. That would have been game over right there. But we got let off the hook. Fumble. Josh Allen lost that fumble. They had no business giving it back to Josh Allen. He lost that fumble. But they bailed us out again. They gave us an opportunity to win the game. And we messed it up. Josh Allen was zeroed in on Dane Jackson when he had a wide open Emmanuel Sanders on the sideline at the sticks going right here, baby. Right here. What an awful game. Now, there were some good things about this game, and we're about to get into it. But before we do, we got to talk about the milk carton candidate. Holy shit, the milk carton candidate. I don't know how many faces I can fit on this carton, folks. I don't know how many faces I can fit in. Maybe I need a jug. I need a jug of milk and put a whole bunch of faces on there, man. Missing in action. The whole O-line. The whole O-line was missing in action. The whole team. Y'all can have that together. Teamwork makes the dream work on the carton. Where the hell was the O-line? That abysmal, atrocious, egregious. That line was not good. And the blame is not going to go on Cody Ford. The blame is not going to go on Ike Butker. The blame is not just going to go on Darrell Williams. Everyone had fault in this game. Glaring faults. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, next year, there needs to, that milk carton, 4 sides to it, man. You're right about that. Get all 4 sides and on the top, even on the little cap, on the bottle cap, face on there. On the bottom, there's one on the bottom too. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that old line was absolutely terrible. They could not recognize a damn thing. Cody Ford looked lost. Poor Mitch Morse is trying to, make up for the deficiencies of his both guards. There's only so much you can do. But this can't happen. But why did it happen? Who's in charge of these freaking linemen? OG, fuck it, not OG. Bobby Johnson. Fam. What are we doing? What's going on with these fellas, man? Like, you got what you got. I'm going to get in on Beane in a minute. But you have what you got to work with. Come on, man. You got to give me something. Adjustments in the army. Here's what they're doing, guys. They're stunting. Pay attention to fam. Like, what? Nobody's making switches. Too slow to react. Just awful. And somebody's got to be made accountable for it. We can't just let this shit slide. We can't let it slide. Oh, no, move on to the next game. No, Bobby Johnson has to be accountable for this shit. And I'm going to tell you right now. And I need your help with this. And this is what's going to bring me to my next comment and my next slide. Changes are coming. And I'm not talking about like in the offseason. I'm talking about immediate changes are coming. But the real question is, where are the changes coming? This is where I need your help. Where do you guys feel the changes are coming? Are they going to now deactivate somebody Because, I mean, Kumaro apparently is on the COVID list, so he's out. So do we bring out Matt Breida with Zach Moss with concussed right now? Is that what's happening? Talk to me now. John S says, yo, camera looking crisp, Rico. Guys, I told you. It's the blue. The blue makes the chocolate pop. I told you guys last week. Come on now. Don't play with me. But honestly, changes are coming. So will we see Breida enter the lineup? Will we need a different aspect to this? Get some speed on the corners. Do we see that? Does Antonio Williams get brought up? Depending on what's going on. I'm not trying to see Tymone Jones run the ball. Sorry, not interested. So that's going to be interesting. Does Dawson Knox make a difference? Dawson Knox coming back. I can't believe I'm saying this. Is Dawson Knox the reason? Is he going to be a reason that the dynamic of this offense changes? That's something. But changes are coming. I'll tell you right now. Are we going to shuffle the line again? Is Spencer Brown going to come back and all of a sudden everything is right again? Pierre Kimby says, yo, the only change is health. Spencer and Knox back, and we back to putting up 30 points a game. Maybe, but that is disheartening. If one of these guys go down with that bad, we still have an elite quarterback. We still have an elite receiver. What? It's crazy to me. But changes are coming out there right now. That O-line is going to be shuffled a little bit more, as they should be. Bobby Johnson, there's going to be some scrutiny on Bobby Johnson. Yo, that's your line. What are you doing? Come on, guys. We got to be better. This team is too good for us to lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars like that. Like that. Pierre makes a good point. Spencer Brown fixes two spots. He's right. It's funny, but he's right. Because you put him back at right tackle, then that fixes the right tackle position. Not that he's elite or anything, but that pushes Darrell Williams back to right guard. Maybe now we have something to at least call respectable on the line. Shout out to Manuel who says, yo, Ford out, obviously. Should we wait on Dawkins? I know he's under contract, but is he worth it? I mean, he's paid. He's gonna be here for a while. Now, if you guys remember way back when, and Pierre made this aware to me, I had an interview with Deion Dawkins. And in that interview with Deion Dawkins, before I get into the Deion Dawkins interview, Dog 26 says, yo, the biggest problem, in my opinion, is my honest opinion, is they're effing soft. Point blank, period, mentally and physically soft. Well, McDermott talked about these guys getting physical and aggressive, and they weren't physical and aggressive enough. So get tough. Maybe that's what we're lacking. We're lacking these guys getting better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, let's keep it pushing now. Let me get to what I'm trying to get to right now. So this O-line with the fixing of Spencer Brown, it now fixes two positions. You got someone taking over the right tackle and now pushes Darrell Williams into right guard. So now you fix the right side of the line. You still got to fix the left side. That's your blind side. That's the most important side, right? Now, Deion Dawkins. Let me get back to Deion Dawkins. I did an interview with Deion Dawkins not too long ago. I'm going to have to find that clip and bring it to you. And we were talking about the O-line and how, you know what I'm saying, to transition and left tackle and moving in and moving out and so on and so forth. And he said something to the nature of this, and I'm paraphrasing here. It always, you almost can't do your job as well as you want to when you have a weak link next to you. He didn't say those words like that, but that's what you got from it, right? Because you're busy doing your job, but if this guy's trash, it affects you. You ever work with a shitty ass colleague? You're doing your job, but your colleague's work ethic and terrible work is affecting your stuff. So now you can't really perform the way you want to perform because you've got a weak link. So this is what this line is looking like. for Mitch Morse. Mitch Morse is right in dead smack middle. So he's got to make up for two bums on the inside. So something's got to give. So Darrell Williams going back to right guard, which is super interesting because he did not look good at right tackle. I don't know what's going on with him. He's Jekyll and Hyde. He's up and down. Spencer Brown coming back brings a little nastiness to this team. Spencer Brown goes back to, Darrell Williams goes back to guard. You have a little bit of continuity, overrated, by the way, but continuity on the right side of the line. Hopefully we can get back to normalcy and putting up points. But my goodness, this is not good. This wasn't good. Shout out to my guy, Richard Rush. Says, yo, Pierre the Kingpin. Next year, I think it's me, Brown, Dion, Morse, Williams, Doyle. Look at my man. Here's the thing. Doyle hasn't given me enough for me to include him in the name in there. He hasn't really. So I'm gonna wait on that. But we've got some upgrades to make on that line. Golly, do we ever. Now, you know who's without blame? You know what I'm saying? And who can't go without blame, is Brandon Beane. Brandon Beane, I got to say this again, cannot go without blame on this. Because this whole, even of all of last year, you knew what we had on the line. You knew you had a big old question mark with Cody Ford. You knew it. The minute you went from right tackle to right guard, all the way to left guard, you know what I'm saying? Back to right guard again, and all shuffling around, you knew you had a problem. You know what I'm saying? Here's another thing too that I'm just making this observation right now. This whole versatility, I'm done with the versatility. All right? I'm done with it. I need a guy that can play here, that can play there. It's nice to have. But I'm not going to bang the table for like, I love how the Bills are so versatile. They got guys that can move everywhere and all over the place. I don't care for that. I want a guy that is very good at his position, and that's where he belongs. Not a guy that can move all over the place, but he's not great at his position, but he's okay. That's what we have on this freaking O-line. A bunch of okay guys that are versatile. Deion Dawson go from left tackle to the right to left guard. Great. John Feliciano can go center and go to guard. Why don't we find guys that are a staple at their position and call it a day? Maybe have one guy that's versatile, that's swing tackle, that can go back and forth. I don't need my whole O-line being versatile. I'm sorry, I don't want that. That means you're not great at it. You're just okay. A guy that's versatile that can go left, right, and center, in my opinion, you're just okay. When you can master one thing, and then I can get you to go somewhere else if I need you to, okay. But who's mastering anything on the whole line? Anybody mastering anything? Because we've had some deficiencies on this line this year. But Beane can't go without blame on this. You knew what we had. You tried it the same old freaking line, and here's the problem. You got Josh Allen running for his life. And then now two of your mediocre at best guards are hurt. One got benched, and one is hurt. So now you're trotting out Ike Butker in there with Cody Ford. So you got worse. Come on, man. I'm not buying this versatility bullshit. Not for me. So here's two things I'm not buying from this team. The continuity. Man, fuck all that bullshit, man. I'm not buying no continuity nonsense. Bring me talent. That's what I want. I want talent on this team. And if you can do that for me, great. That's what I want. I'm not buying all the others. All the other stuff is not for me. Miss me with that bull. Versatility. We have a really versatile team, and so on and so forth. I'm great. That's cool. Not for me. Not buying it. Shout out to my guy Brian Bowers. Yo, Brian Bowers has got all my isms. This, that, and the third. Left, right, center. Stop bullshitting with us, man. I get it. Trust me. I'm with you. So, folks, a lot of things we got to get done. But I'm not letting Beane off the hook, man. Like my man Kevin used to say, you guys keep parading Beane. Beane is the a wizard, right? Well, he ain't no wizard with this fucking O-line, man. We need to fix that O-line. And that needs to be your focus. The same way was your focus with the D-line. And the D-line's a whole nother ballgame. That's a whole nother ballgame because right now we got a lot of money invested in that D-line, and I'm not getting back the return on investment. The return on the on the O-line, I don't feel like I'm getting it. By the way, shout out to Mario Addison, though. That boy playing nice right now. Shout out to my guy, Steve Lynn. Steve Lynn, yo, Rico, talk about the pick of a non-active Basham when Humphreys was available. Hey, that second round, listen, people are not forgetting about the double dip in the D-line. We got Greg Rousseau with the first pick. We're cool with that. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But to double dip, I mean, people are still questioning it. We have Basham, so we got to deal with it. We know that we see the strategy. Jerry Hughes may not be coming back, and Mary Addison may not be coming back. So now we got Boogie Basham, and we got Greg Rousseau. Can we see Greg Rousseau on the fucking field at least? Instead of trotting out freaking Harrison, with Phillips? No disrespect. I would rather see somebody else. Just me. But goddamn, man. Shit. And by the way, shout out to my guy Brian Day. He feels what I'm talking about. You know what? I love the fact that I don't got to say nothing to you guys. You guys just know when I'm talking my shit and I'm getting up my money, throw me my mics. Appreciate that. Love it. My man, P Money. Having a bad O-line has a huge effect on the QB confidence. Don't let this O-line make JA-17 skittish. I can see Bills Mafia meeting these dudes in person. Yo, you're stupid, man. Hey, John, let me talk to you for a second, boy. Hey, big fella, you want to play some PlayStation? No, bitch. If you don't, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, man. And yo, shout out to Wyatt Teller. Wyatt Teller got his deal. He got his deal done, doing what he's got to do, and let's go. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't think Brandon Beane is like, fuck, I drafted Wyatt Teller, 5th round, Virginia Tech. I saw it in him. But at the time we had depth. Where? Let's trade him. We got Tyler Bass out of that. But I'm sure he's looking at Wyatt Teller like, oh, the one that got away. But we got Cody Ford. Maybe if we wait just a little, maybe he can be my Wyatt Teller. No, bitch, it's not going to happen. Hate to burst your bubble. Wyatt Teller is not Cody Ford. I think we all know that. And I think Jim Graham knows that as well. Shout out to my guy, Jim Graham. Don Keith, my girl, how are you? Josh Allen was bad Sunday, and he had plenty of time, 50% of the game, and was just terrible. Josh Allen was not good. Josh Allen, let me tell you something. And I feel like I was thinking of this on my way home. This is when you think of these Bills too damn much. Driving on my way home, and I'm listening to fantasy radio and whatever, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, hold on. And the one play that stuck in my mind was it was 3rd and 2, and Josh, it was a RPO. He had the option to pass, hand it off, or take it. And he faked the handoff to Devin Singletary when he should have given it to Devin Singletary for the first down, and Josh kept it. And then I thought to myself, they allowed this to happen. They allowed Josh Allen to parade like he's the man. He is the man. Don't get me wrong. But I don't like it. I don't have the clip here. I don't have the clip. I wish I did. But I don't like it. That 3rd and 2, this is the thing I got to get into this. Josh does not respect the old line. Certainly in run block. And Josh does not respect the running backs. Josh thinks he's the end-all, be-all when it comes to making these plays all by himself. The whole Josh does too much because he feels he needs to. because he doesn't trust his running backs. He doesn't trust his O-line. He feels he can go head to head with the defensive line that is 6'5", 250. I'm 6'5", 240. Let's see who wins. Fam, hate to break it to you, but everyone knows you're not giving it to Devin Singletary. You're not giving it to Zach Moss. You're going to keep it. They know. You know what else they know? They know you like to go left instead of right on QB sneaks. How do you think Big Simmons blew that shit up and knew you were coming? Hello, my name is. So, Josh, in my opinion, just by observing how he's been playing, start trusting your guys, man. Give the rock up. Start trusting the dump off, which you started doing, which was nice. But fam, that play, that very play, that one irked me. That one irked me. I was like, fam, what are you doing? The lane was right there. And guess what? Mookie, y'all remember Mookie? Mookie asked Brian Dable in the press conference. He said, hey, coach, great question. Hey, coach, I want to get your thoughts on what Josh was thinking when he had a 3rd and 2 and he had the opportunity to give it up to Devin Singletary and he kept it. What'd y'all talk about? Like, well, what was his thought? He goes, yeah, I know what he was thinking, and I'm going to keep that between him and I. So reading between the lines, Josh, what the fuck were you doing? The play is designed for him to get the ball. What were you doing? Oh, I thought I could. I don't want to hear I thought. Give the ball up. That's what these running backs are paid for. What do we want to sit and shotgun all day? I'm telling you right now, man, we are not going to go far in this if we want to be contenders when we can't even run the rock. And wait till these guys, they stop respecting our run. And let me show you exactly what I'm talking about, folks. Check this out. You see this right here? Let me get this queued up.
With all the defenders up near the line of scrimmage. 3rd and a short 2. Allen keeps it himself, runs right into DeJuan Smoot. The Jaguars come away with it. All indications were that Josh Allen was down, and now the other Josh Allen has the football. When we talked to the Jaguars, they talked about getting the ball out from Josh Allen. He came into this game.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Did you guys pay attention to the time on the clock? Did you guys pay attention to where we are on the field? Did you guys pay attention to what the lineman was doing? For those that don't know, linemen, they are purposely put in a position on a play like that. You got to make a decision. So does Josh. If Josh sees the lineman crash and go hard on, that's what she said, hard on to Devin Singletary, keep it and bust around that corner and get that first down. Standard. If the lineman shuffles his feet and settles, that means he's not crashing. He's waiting for you to make a decision. Here comes Josh. Josh's responsibility is that lineman. Josh is like, I don't give a fuck what Devin Singletary sees and if there's a lane right here. I'm taking this ball. He already made the decision. He didn't even bother reading. He made the decision. And guess what? The lineman, just as athletic, it was like, nah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna keep you up and bang that ball out of your hand. Turnover. Now that I've explained it a little bit to you, rewatch what we just saw. Check it out again.
With all the defenders up near the line of scrimmage. 3rd and a short 2. Allen keeps it himself, runs right into DeJuan Smoot. The Jaguars come away with it. All indications were that Josh Allen was down, and now the other Josh Allen has the football. When we talked to the Jaguars, they talked about getting the ball out from Josh Allen. He came into this game.
First of all, Protect the football. Number one, protect the football. And you give it up. Come on, man. Come on, son. Here we are. Josh is doing too much. Give the ball up. Give the ball up to the guy that gets paid too. And you know how elusive Devin Singletary is. He has been in positions where he's dead to rights, and he gets out of that. Trust your guy. Trust your guy. I was heated on that play. When I tell you, I was like, are you kidding me? Give him the rock. He's right there. Nope. I'm going to keep that shit because I'm the man. I told you guys, man, Josh has a quiet confidence / arrogance. And sometimes, man, his arrogance gets the better of him. And that arrogance is when he tries to stiff arm motherfuckers like this, and he's got the ball in his hand, and he takes a 15-yard loss. That drives you crazy, doesn't it? That's the arrogance of Josh Allen. Confidence is when he's fucking pop, shakes off a guy, rolls out, now he's looking downfield. That's that confidence. But when you want to stiff arm the whole D-line and trying to, come on, fam. We're done with that. That's 2019, Josh. We don't do that shit no more. Now, let's get to the good, the bad, the ugly. Because I'm not going to sit here and talk about all the bad shit because we know this was a terrible game, one that I just want to bury in the backfield and never see it again. But there were some good fucking things that happened in this game. So let's get into it. The good, the bad, the ugly. And let's start with the good. Let me tell you something, man. I got to say this, man. The Bills' defense is freaking elite. They are stout. It's going to be very difficult to run on them. It's going to be even more difficult to pass on them. And on top of that, when you keep in, like, listen, the last four games, we had 20 points against the Washington football team. 20 points against the Chiefs, 31 against Tennessee Titans, which that was a tough game. 11 points, and then 9 points we just gave up. This defense is legit. It's a legit defense. I'm proud of this defense, man. This defense kept us. All we ask is for this defense to keep us in the game. Keep us in the game, keep the score close, and let the offense do what they do. They didn't even allow a touchdown. All field goals. Shout out to the defense. This defense is playing lights out. And I'm going to give an extra shout out. This guy right here, John DeMarchi just said it. Can we give Edmonds some love and our safety duo some? Yes. Edmonds, I think this was one of the better games I've seen Edmonds play. What I like the most about Edmonds is how physical he was. He was physical. I think who was it? Eric Turner from Cover One. And I don't really like kind of point a blast out, you know what I'm saying, other brands like that, but I got to give him his respect. He did a cut up on Tremaine Edmonds, and Tremaine Edmonds was shooting the gaps. He wasn't just, he was acknowledging what he's seeing, using his eyes. It's like he grew up in this game. It's like he matured in this game. This game was, in my opinion, one of his best games, and he was physical. I loved it, man. He was in coverage. He was rushing the passer. He was sideline to sideline. Good. Listen, Edmonds was fantastic this game. He was fantastic. I got to give it to him. By the way, we got a Colts fan here. DJ Abku says, yo, Colts fan here. A rough loss for the Bills. Pretty excited for this week and the next week when we got. It's going to be fun playing you guys, man. I know you guys are looking to pay us back for that tight game we played against last year in the championship game, in the playoff game, wild card. So I know it's gonna be an easy one. It's gonna be easy for you to get excited and want to whoop us because right now we're low. We are low, but we're gonna pick our shit back up and it's gonna be one of those games of the week. I'll tell you that right now. But Tremaine Edmonds, props to Tremaine Edmonds. Who else you want to give props to? Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, man. That tandem right now is playing lights out. You're not going deep on this team. You're not going deep. It's very difficult to do that. And I'm loving every bit of what we're doing. Right? Here's the second thing. Levi Wallace Levi Wallace, man, time and time and time again, he proves everybody wrong. When they want to call him out, now it becomes like, because it's the thing to say, we need a cornerback too. We need. It becomes now just like people just are saying it just to say it because it's the popular thing to say. You can't say that anymore. He's actually playing really well. Levi Wallace is playing really well. To the point, Levi could probably parlay himself into an extension, into a long-term deal. Does Levi deserve a long-term deal the way he's playing right now? Yes. Yes, he is. And we were talking about Dane Jackson's going to push him for the spot. Dane Jackson, I haven't heard Dane Jackson's name all year because Levi Wallace has done a very good job of holding it down. So shout out to Levi Wallace. He's doing excellent job. Excellent job. Trey White locking shit down. Once again, he got a little trippy at the beginning, you know what I mean, letting these guys get under his skin, but he calmed down and locked things down. Dude, we got a nice 1-2 punch at corner. Love it. Milano lights out. Tremaine Edmonds playing well. Holy jumping, man. You got to give him his love. You got to give him his love, man. Waterfall says, yo, y'all forget the Trey White is on the side of course. Sorry, y'all forget Trey White is on one side. Of course, they're going to target him. LMAO. He's a decent to pretty good corner, and he doesn't get burnt. Who's a decent to pretty good corner? You talking about Trey? Decent to pretty good? Okay. Not true, but okay. Underscore says, yo, you lost. Yeah, and Trevor would have hit on those deep balls. The game would have been out of reach. True. That's facts, man. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, we got lucky that we only lost 9-6. It would have been even worse if we lost, like, you know what I'm saying, like 17-6. Everybody's like, yo, what the they're still saying what the F happened. You feel me? But I'm just saying. Nobody didn't see. I can't say that. That doesn't sound right. Everyone saw Dane Jackson get cooked. He got cooked so good. Boy, it looked like an and one. You see that? You see the I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys are old enough. Do you see that and one logo when it's a crossover? And I think it's a crossover. Anyway, it looked as if it was a crossover, and my man Dane Jackson was touching the ground like, oh, shit, I got caught. You got caught looking in the backfield, kid. You tried to make a play. Good for you. But you got turned around. You got turned around like the hokey pokey. You put your right foot in, you put the left foot out, you put your right foot in, and you turn around. That's what happened to you. He had you hokey poking all over the place. It happens, though. It happens to the best of them. It happens to the best of them. But shout out to this defense. This defense is freaking elite. This defense is legit. This defense is what's going to keep us in a lot of games. Games that we have no business being in, they're going to keep us in this game. Kind of like yesterday. Kind of like yesterday, man. Telling you. John DeMarchi says, yo, we have 3 O-linemen making $6 million, 6 to 11 million. Dawkins 11, Morse plus 8 plus, and Darrell Williams 6 plus. Those guys weren't hurt, and all were on the field. They are better than this. We have seen them all be good. So what's up? You know what? Here's what's up. They didn't prepare. Here's the thing. Here's my honest opinion. A lot of times they want to talk about one game at a time. We're only focused on one game. Bitch, you're not focused on one game. You're looking at the Colts. You're looking at Tampa. You're looking at the Saints. You're not even looking at the Jags, the Jets. You feel me? You just barely got by the Dolphins. And now the Jags came in and said, nah, fam, let me punch you in your mouth. Like, I didn't get out of bed just to get whooped. No, I got out of bed to show you what's good. So we got punched in the mouth, and then they mushed us. You know how disrespectful a mush is? I'd rather get punched in the mouth than a mush. They punched us and mushed us. You guys know what a mush is? Yo, let a grown man grab your face like this, squeeze it, shove your face. That's a mush. Nobody wants to get mushed. We got mushed. We got mushed. And that's embarrassing. You ever get a palm, a face palm? Somebody grabs your face and squeezes it and shoves it away? The disrespect. And that's what happened to us. We got mushed. Griffin's looking at our sideline like, fellas, you see this shit? You see the sideline? That's who's supposed to be the number one team in this? Man, we got this, man. Let's go. We got mushed. So we gotta shake it off. We gotta shake it off. Simple as that. So great things though. This defense is legit. Here's another one. Special teams. Isaiah McKenzie, although he had his muff punt, he came back and had a nice return. So shout out to my guy Isaiah McKenzie. Shout out to Tyler Bass. Tyler Bass continues to do his job. He's the epitome of do your job. If you ever just if you look into a book, flip through the book, do your job, Tyler Bass's name is right there in his face. Eye black and all. That boy is legit. AFC Player of the Month. That is that dude. Tyler Bass is that dude. Fam. Special teams. Kudos to them. Gave us great field position. Tyler Bass continues to do what he's supposed to do. Brian Barr says, yo, we didn't get much. We got bitch slapped. We got backhanded, fam. Even wifey said that. Yeah, we got backhanded and spit on. God damn. Be nice. I think mush is more disrespectful, but hey, either way, we got disrespected. And now everybody's looking at the Bills like, okay. The blueprint is out. The blueprint is out. But Bass is single-handedly doing his job and keeping us on the board. Could you imagine if we had a shitty ass kicker? We got blanked out. Problematic. Silas, when guards consistently lose up front, it screws up everything. No pocket, no run lanes, no timing in the air. At least Levi is balling. Levi is doing his job. So good on them. So let's recap. The good. Tremaine Edmonds, Levi Wallace, this defense is playing extremely well. Run defense. I got to give the run defense up. We're closing the lanes, man. We're not giving anything up. This guy had 67 yards rushing? We're not giving anything up. Trevor Lawrence, number 1 pick in the game. Supposed to be sunshine. Supposed to do all that good stuff. 118 yards passing. This defense is legit. We just got to match their energy on the offensive side of the ball. Just saying. Now, moving on. There wasn't that much good. I'm going to tell you that right now. It stops right there. Unless you can tell me there was any more good, talk to me. Special teams, Isaiah McKenzie, Tyler Bass, and this defense. That's it. And specifically this defense, Tremaine Edmonds was legit. He stood out to me, and Levi Wallace. Did anything else I'm leaving out when it comes to the good in this game? Talk to me. Am I missing something? Rated G says, yo, the blueprint is beating Allen and Mahomes and play too high. They both won't take the check down all game or underneath throws. You know what, though? You're not wrong on that. Those guys refuse to take the check down. They don't like it because they got a big arm. If you have a big arm, you want to use the big arm, right? Throw it downfield. That's a sexy play. And you know Josh hated doing the checkdowns. And you know we had checkdowns when Devin Singletary's got 7 damn receptions in the game. He hates it. He'd rather take an intermediate. But nope. Wants to go deep. And you put that too high safety and a good safety like Kevin Byard, take that shit away from you. Just saying. Shout out to my guy Brian Bowers, BB. He says, yo, I don't understand how we don't get Diggs involved with all the talent around him, but the Packers get Devontae Adams involved with less shaking my head. Let me just put it this way to you, friend. When it comes down to it, that's where your offensive coordinator needs to scheme your best receiver. Put him in the slot, put him out wide, get him involved. That's how it works. You get these guys warmed up. You get them warmed up. And if you don't get them warmed up, and you're sitting here just you dishing it to, your Tommy Sweeney's and you're dishing it to Devin Singletary 7 times, like, come on, fam. No. I'm not buying it. The Jacksonville Jaguars do not have elite corners. They don't have elite linebackers. So, like, don't tell me that they were covering us like crazy. Problem is, we overlooked them. We didn't prepare enough for them, and they were fucking us up. Obviously, it doesn't help when your guards are just getting blown up. What was the play? I can't remember what play it was, but I can't remember what play it was, but Ike Butker absolutely got blown up and put on his ass. Actually, I think it was on the fumble. that it was a third and 15 or something like that, or 3rd and 8, 39. The fumble that they gave back to us on that play, on that very play, I think he got put on his ass. Ike Barker got blown up and put on his ass. It doesn't help when your guards are just getting blown the fuck up. It doesn't help. But that's what it comes for me. That's it for me. That's when it that's the good. Stops right there. Do you guys remember any good? Talk to me. Halftime adjustments, were they good? No, they weren't. We didn't make any. You have a number one receiver and you sitting here just giving him 6 receptions. No, that doesn't cut it. That does not cut it. All right, guys, let's get to it. The bad. Where do we begin? Where do we begin with the bad? Let's begin with this. The refs were not good. I don't like to call out refs. I don't like to make the excuses on the refs, because if the refs don't have anything to do with this game unless we fucking put points on the board. You put 40 points on the board. I don't care how bad these refs make calls. We win in the game, right? But these guys were they were just something else. This game, they were something else, man. You're calling. There's a blatant offside. Blatant ball. The man is up before the ball is. Y'all let that shit fly. But you get us for it. Come on, man. Come on. The bad. Talk to me. Yo, King Noble says the good is this week. The week is over. I got you, fam. The week is over. All right. What is the bad? Talk to me on this, people. Yo, Wade not trolling. Bills are garbage and everyone knows it. Come on, stop playing. Stop playing. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. AFAC says, yo, I saw 75 letting people through untouched several times. Yo, Darrell Williams, I don't know what was going on with Darrell Williams. Darrell Williams is just slow. He looks slow at coming out, and he's not hurt. So I don't know what was happening with that. Graham Walker says, yo, we paid to bring Breida and then not play him. If he wasn't good enough, then why bring him in? Give him a go. It's not about him not being good. It's just they feel comfortable with having Devin Singletary and Zach Moss as the two backs that they prefer, right? They trotted him out the first game, which I found very bizarre, and they never trotted him out again. So I don't know what was going on. If they're trying to I don't know if they're trying to send a message to Zach Moss. I have no idea. But I'm gonna say this. At the end of the day, we got to try something. So if somebody has to sit, or we activate 3 running backs and see what these guys do because Kumro is out. I don't know. We will see. We will see how this plays out. Laura M says, yo, Josh Allen had got into it with one of his teammates in the locker room. I don't know how true that is. If somebody can get the facts on that, but I don't think that was true. I think somebody was making that up. Somebody said Cody Ford is the next Cyrus Quandro. Probably. And we're too silly to freaking realize it. John DeMarch says, yo, I know Dawkins, Morse, and D. Williams are better than they have shown this far this season. Yes, they definitely have. They collectively decided to not play good that game. It just looked like they were slow moving out. Unless the Jaguars linemen were that much faster, these guys looked like they were slow coming out of the blocks. By the time they got up and these guys were around them. Stunts, they couldn't even take the stunts. There was a lot of stunts and twists, right? Lineman pretends he's going outside, doubles back inside, and we're like looking for him outside. He's already at Josh Allen. The amount of times Josh Allen could not even look downfield, they were all up on his ass. Adjustments. We didn't make adjustments. But that's what happens when all you want to do is throw the rock. That's what happens. Throwing the rock, that's all you want to do. And you don't want to get bounced and running the rock. Well, guess what? There's what's going to happen. So let me give you what my bad was, okay? Here's my bad. Play calling.
I don't know why, but my computer's messing up. So guess what? We're going on my phone. Here we go. The bat. All right. So if you guys can hear me, we're gonna keep rocking like this. Can you guys hear me? I hope you guys can. So here's the deal. The bat. You gotta freaking remix it. My computer decided to restart like that because it's been asking for a restart for a minute now. So here's the deal. The bat. The play calling. Play calling was off. Here's the thing. I saw too many receiver screens. The receiver screens it was as if they were replacing the run because we just didn't want to run, didn't respect the run. We felt we didn't have enough to run the rock. It was just what it is. You got to keep moving, right? So receiver screens, we just saw too many of that, and just didn't. And they weren't buying it. They didn't get fazed by it because they saw it coming. They're not running the rock, fellas. So get ready for the screen. And you see how effective the screen was? Not effective, not whatsoever. To me, play calling wasn't great. I gotta call it out. It wasn't great, right? Here's another thing. I found this odd. So we decided to use a timeout, and this is where it gets interesting. We decided to use a timeout when you know that Jacksonville is going to waste a lot of time. Had we not used the timeout, and I'm speculating here, had we not used the timeout, we would have potentially have saved one, let them try to kill clock. Then they would have had to punt the ball. We would have had about 30 seconds left if I'm right. But that wasn't the case. We called the timeout. We let them waste time. They punt the ball with 3 seconds left. So here's another thing. We decide to go with an all-out blitz rather than have somebody there to return the ball and field it and have at least 3 seconds left on the clock. Josh Allen has a big, huge arm. Hail Mary. It worked against us in Arizona, and Kyler Murray doesn't have the arm that Josh Allen has. So give your quarterback the opportunity to freaking let it fly. We didn't even give that opportunity. We went for an all-out blitz and try to block the punt. No, I mean, that decision was a little off to me. That was a little interesting to me. I'm not going to front. That was a little interesting to me. So that's number two. The bad. The lack of being able to run the ball. The lack of no run game. We had 6 touches for Devin Singletary. 3 touches for Zach Moss. Then he gets hurt. Fam. This run game needs to exist in order for us to at least be competitive late in the season. If we don't have any of that stuff, it's a wrap. It's not going to do us any good. All right? That was the bad. Here's another bad. There's one play, and you can't fault him on it, but it was the crazy one. It was like a minute left. I think a minute left. Josh Allen creeps up the line, and a small dump off to Gabe Davis. And Gabe Davis dropped it. Oh my gosh. That catch gets us a first down and gives us more room to keep doing what we need to do. That was killer. That one hurt a lot. By the way, shout out to my guy, John DeMarchi. Says, yo, you may have covered this, but fourth quarter, 4th and 2, horrible call on Butker. Makes it 4th and 7 on Jags, 47 or so. Our D was boiling. Or was bailing out. Why not go for it? That was another thing that I found odd that we didn't go for it. I don't get it. This is what I'm talking about. McDermott sometimes is just decision-making. Don't you have counsel? Don't they tell you, like, I don't know about that. I don't know. He made that decision on his own. Very odd. You're right. I like the fact that you brought that up. We could have. But he didn't have any confidence in the offense and what the offense was doing. I don't know, man. This was just a weird game. It was a weird game. Because, like, there were things that we just don't normally do, and it was out of character. And it didn't look good. It didn't look good whatsoever. All right? Now, are you guys on to me with that drop? That Gabe Davis drop was a tough one. Someone said Gabe Davis didn't drop it. It was underthrown. Well, you guys already know how I feel about the underthrown passes. It's been happening too often for my liking. And y'all think I'm hating, but I'm not. Josh has been underthrowing. But in that case, I didn't see an underthrow. I saw a drop. That's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Somebody said, "Yo, stop making excuses, man, with the penalties." They were playing the Jags. Well, guess what? The Jags didn't care who they were playing. They wanted blood, and they got it. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing: you got to give Jacksonville credit, man. You got to give Jacksonville credit because Jacksonville's been playing tough teams all year. It wasn't that they just. I mean, yes, they've been losing, but they've been playing tough teams all year. So you got to give it to them, man. They came in and played us, and they played us tough. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we didn't come out and play our best. We did not come out and play our best, and it showed. And it was nasty. All right. Let me see here. Dog 26 says, "Yo, exposed. Yes, any team that plays a physical brand of ball has a very good chance to win, and they definitely did out physical us. They did. They wanted it more. It was very, very, very apparent that they wanted it. But that schedule that the Jags are playing, tougher than ours. We played some fucking cupcakes, and we want to try to win, and it's gonna get tougher as we go forward. Y'all better watch out, man. Y'all better watch out for real." Yo, my man Rated G says, "Yo, I was hoping the refs gave the Jags that second fumble so we could stop them with 3 timeouts, but we wasted a timeout on the 4th and 16. Dude, some of the calls that were made, man, was bizarre. Was bizarre to me. But hey, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It happens. Shit happens. We just gotta keep moving, right? So let's go back to it. The run plays. We couldn't run. We couldn't establish anything. Nothing was happening. Brian Dable's play calling. He's done better. He's definitely done better. But it doesn't help when the O-line is just not great. Here's another thing that was bad too is our inability to just make good decisions on coaching decisions. All right, that punt that gave us you just had to go for the block instead of getting a return and giving us a chance to at least Hail Mary. Anything can happen on a Hail Mary with a quarterback that's probably got one of the strongest arms in the game. Just saying, right? What are we looking at here? Somebody said Antonio Williams town. They want Antonio Williams. We'll see. My man John DeMarchi says, "Yo, look, Dable lost both the parents, grandparents that raised him in recent weeks, but the O has to pick him up. No way anyone could be 100% with a heavy heart." John, I spoke on that, and I wholeheartedly agree with you. And here was my response to that. When you aren't mentally well enough to do your job, it's okay to take time off. I think the team would understand. I think Coach McDermott would understand. I think all those things would play a part. Here's the deal. He decided to play on. And if you decide to play on, that means you full go. If you're in a boxing ring, you know what I'm saying? I know the analogy is different, but if you're in a boxing ring and you got a broken hand or you got a broken bone in your hand and you go out and box anyway, fam, and you lose, I don't want to hear any excuses. You showed up. You fought. So that means you were prepared enough to try to get this thing going. But this doesn't dismiss the heavy heart that he's got right now. It doesn't dismiss it, whatever. But if you need time off, take the time off. But if I see you ready to go, you're ready to go. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And just like that, I'm back on regular screen. That's how we. Just like that, as a pro, let's go. Back on it. You know what I'm saying? Good thing this phone was there, man. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. You flip it on the phone and you're back on the laptop. Let's go. So here we go. Where my earphones at? Are we back in it? Yes, sir. We back in it. Let's go. So that was the bad. Now let's get to the ugly. Listen, I'm going to say there wasn't much ugly. There was just glaring ugliness. And right now, the glaring ugliness is the O-line. It's the O-line. That's what it comes down to. The O-line was absolutely ugly. The O-line was ugly. That's the only thing that stands out to me that's ugly. There's a lot of bad, but ugly was the O-line. Just left, right. Deion Dawkins wasn't good. Darrell Williams wasn't good. Ide Butker wasn't good. Cody Ford wasn't good. Mitch Morse was the only one that was adequate. But it's hard when you're making up for the deficiencies of the other guys. Ugly, ugly, ugly. The O-line was ugly. I can't say it any harder than that, man. That's just what it was. And if we want to be competitive,
These guys got to get their act together quick. They've got to get their act together quick. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, man, if we're gonna be facing some tough teams, man. Let me look at who we got next. We got the Jets next. That got a decent defense. Not great, decent. And then after that, we place the Colts that have a freaking good defense. They got a solid defense, a good quarterback. They got some weapons, and they got a hell of a running back. And they got a great O-line. So watch out. Watch out, man. We can't get beat in the trenches again. So these guys got to look in the freaking mirror and say, okay, how am I going to do my damn job correctly? How am I going to do my thing? We're about to find out. By the way, King Noble, I appreciate that. That transition, nobody realized it. And nobody realized it, but I'm back on it, baby. Let's go. So here's the deal. And the Saints got a damn good defense too, Eric B. I know. They got a good defense. So if we think things are going to get easier, think again. By the way, John and March says, your comment of the night, chat MVP, Samuel Rivera. Bills look low energy due to... You know what? Maybe it was the case. John DeMarchi, good catch. Good catch. Maybe that was the case. Daylight savings. Daylight savings. You know what I mean? What is it? Spring forward, fall back. Everybody fell the fuck back. They fell right back into 2019. Wake the fuck up, O-line. Goddamn. Analysts are calling the Bills soft. Not good. Nah, they're not soft. They just they zoned out. They zoned out in this game and they just played like shit. Simple as that. They played like utter garbage. And now they got their chance to freaking redeem themselves. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to cheat a little bit this game. We fell back because of the you know what I mean, daylight saving time. We might have to spring forward just a little bit. Spring forward just a little bit so we can get back into the winning department. This 9-6 loss is just killing me right now. I think you guys all agree. But I think we have a veteran line, and I'm looking for the silver lining. And this is where I need you guys' help. Right? I told you guys I came up. I knew this was going to happen, fellas. So what is the silver lining in all this before I get out of here? Is there a silver lining? Where are we finding this glimmer of success that we're going to get? By the way, John and Marchi, great show. Love the Bills Mafia signing off behind enemy lines in the 305. Ooh, you in the 305, Miami. Because I'm old and can't keep up with the whippersnappers. John, you a fool, man. Yo, salute to my man, John DeMarchi. You know what I'm saying? Have a good night, John. So here's the deal, man. Before I get out of here, because I'm getting out of here soon, too. Right? Silver lining. Where is the silver lining? Where do you guys see the silver lining? Talk to me. Y'all want me to start? Fine, I'll start. Here's the silver lining. It can only go up from here. This is as low as this team is going to feel going forward. I can almost guarantee that we will not have a display like this ever again this season. Watch them fuck around and do that shit again next week. But I can't see it happening. Silver lining is this is as low as it's going to get. It can only go up from here. That's number one. Number two, silver lining, this defense is going to keep us in a lot of games. I'm going to tell you something like this. This defense can see that this offense sometimes can blow. So guess what? Now they're going to put it on themselves. Okay, guys, let's get this ball and turn it over and turn that shit to pick sixes. Because sometimes we're going to have to bail our offense out. And sometimes this offense is going to have to bail this defense out. But right now, it's been the defense all year that's been consistent. So we're going to keep that. So silver lining can only go up from here. Silver lining is that this defense is elite. Leslie Frazier has these boys playing. Good shit. Here's the other silver lining. Josh Allen is realizing that, any given Sunday, not that he didn't know it before, but when you lose 9-6 and you get blanked and you don't put anything on the offense, all eyes run on Josh Allen. He knows it. All eyes are on me. We didn't score because I'm the guy that leads this shit. So we know Josh Allen And this guy doesn't like losing. He doesn't like failing. So he's going to bounce back in a major way next game. I feel sorry for the Jets, but I don't think you're going to find the same team that played against the Jags. I just can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. So Josh is going to be vengeance Josh. He's going to avenge the loss that he had last week, and he's going to do his shit this week. I feel it. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we've put that ugliness behind us. Hopefully we put that ugliness behind us and we don't got to face that type of music and that kind of scrutiny again. Because right now we are getting killed in the media, as we should. As we should. We deserve it. You know what I'm saying? But this was an anomaly. This does not happen. This is not something that does happen. We're an elite team. We're one of the better teams in the AFC, and we're going to prove it. But the one thing that stands out to me before I get out of here is the fact that the Patriots are on our heels. The Patriots are on our heels at 5-4. They're not playing around, and they cannot wait to play us. And they loaded up on defense. And when you have a defensive guru in Belichick, and he's seeing what's happening to this Bills offense, he's going to scrutinize, look at that, dissect it, and then put a game plan enough that he's going to force us to try to run the ball. And they've upgraded a lot of places on that team. So this is going to be hella interesting. Ray G says, yo, Rico can't say we're going to play well, man. We were supposed to do that versus the Dolphins and the Jags, and we didn't. Sometimes you got to put that shit into positivity, man. Speak that into existence that we will. But we didn't lose the way we lost to the Jags. You know what I'm saying? We just had a bad game against Miami. We lost. We not only had a bad game against the Jags, but we lost. And we didn't put any points up whatsoever. So I can't see that shit happening again. I really can't. It's really throwing me off that I don't have my headphones. That they broke. So now I got to go and buy some new ones. Makes me upset. So guys, that's it for me. We had an opportunity to really knock down, you know what I'm saying, what causes the stumble. We stumbled. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to catch our footing. Catch our footing, brace ourselves, you know what I'm saying, dust ourselves off and get back into it. We got enough talent that we should be able to. The Jets team should not stand a chance. Should not. But any given Sunday, anything can happen. Put a game plan together, and if it works out, like you saw last week, we're going to be in trouble. So we need to put our heads in the books, you know what I'm saying? Hit the showers, clean off, dust off, and get right back to it and whoop some ass. Because I'm going to tell you right now, man, if you thought I was fucking mad last week, you don't want to see me next week if we freaking come out here and play with some bullshit to the damn Jets. Somebody, Marquis said, stumble. We fell on our faces. I mean, shit. We may have. You know what I'm saying? Dust yourself off, may get back up. We got to do it. We got no choice, man. We're going back. We're going to the Jets. And guess what? I'm going to, if things work out the way they're supposed to work out, Friday, I can't even promise you anything. I don't know what's going to go on this Friday. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you early preview that I may not be here Friday. So we're going to figure things out, and we'll go from there. I'll keep y'all posted, and with all that goes down. Wifey's holding it down. She's in the chat right now. So we'll let y'all know. But tomorrow, Z-Bot is up. Thursday is going to be the Bills guys, the Air Raid Hour, and then Friday there may not be a show on Friday. Just to give you a heads up, I was supposed to have a show on Friday and have Ian from Jet Central. It was going to be him and I collabing. We were supposed to collab tomorrow, but that may not happen. But he's already aware that I got to give him a shout today. Say, hey, it's not going to happen. And then we were supposed to collab on my channel on Friday. So if you guys are familiar with Ian from Jet Central, this guy is a super positive guy, knows his stuff, and he's been following the Bills a long time. He knows us extremely well. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he feels that he may have a chance to, put some work on if Mike White comes back. We'll see. So, folks, that's it for us. Throw them mics up if you enjoyed the show. If you were snoozing, you fell asleep with some bullshit. Yo, put them Z's up. Hope I don't get any. But that's what it is, man. So, folks, have yourself a great evening. My man Terrence Bland says, yo, wifey, y'all have a baby registry? Yeah, it's on her Instagram. If you go to wifey's Instagram, it's on there. But, folks, have yourself a great night. Neil Wilson's a hater. Neil, you're a fool. But that's what it is, man, folks. Have yourself a great one. We will see you and catch you on the flip side, man. The Bills better not play around, man. We don't have time for that shit. We are 5-3. We cannot go 5-4. Looking like a mediocre team. A bunch of damn pretenders. We are real contenders. We slipped up. So we just got to get back to it. Throw your mics up. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone.